Hello and welcome back to round 5 of this Moama Prestige pairs. Got a cracker here, a couple of local lads from down the road in Bendigo, Todd Matthews and M.Smith, going up against current undefeated 4-game winners, J.Worledge, as you can see him in the back there, with a goatee beard, and his partner M.Armstrong from Pialba. They picked up a 4 on the first end, did Swanee and Mark. So, cracking start for them. They're competing with the who's who of bowls at the moment. Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly undefeated also. I don't actually have an updated standings as of yet from Kevy and his crew at Moama, but if you bear with me, I'll get hold of one for you and can read through some scores from the last round once I get them. A bit of a one-man show, plus technician Brad, currently up here, a few out for those who have joined us streams over the last 2 days, a few staff out, some support from Moama currently playing. You can see Stu White in between M.Armstrong and M.Smith at the back there. Going to be joined by Liam Fleming at 12:30. He's the Chief Operating Officer at Moama Bowls Club. He's going to give us some insight under Swanee and how he goes. Swanee's the bowls chairman over at the bowls section of Moama Bowls Club, and an absolute terrific bloke, as is this guy on the mat right now. M.Smith does a lot for bowls, promoting the Bendigo region. I've actually never watched him play a game of bowls, but I know he goes pretty good, so be interesting. We're on ring 8 here at Moama. We had Cass on in the last stream, Cass Millerick, who plays here. She said, you really need to know your weight on this backhand, coming back towards the clubhouse at Moama, where you sort of walk into the venue if you've been here before. There can be a bit of wind there, and there is a couple of little tricks in the green, so you really got to get your weight correct. There's Mark with his orange bowls. Goes under there. So he'll have some support on the live stream. There's a few goals from Harvey Bay watching before, so by where he plays. M.Smith with a bit of a dodgy knee, said ignore the limp. Don't know what he's done, but struggling a bit with his knee. The last game we'll have today is Nelson and Gary Ball and Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly, so should be a cracker. Two Premier League Metropolitan pennant players in Gary and Nelson, father and son duo, up against two of the best currently playing in this country. Current Jackaroo, Corey Wedlock, and current Northern Irish representative, Gary Kelly. Good afternoon now, Noreen. Hope you're settling in for a few more hours of bowls this afternoon. It's turned into a lovely day here at Moama Bowls Club. To slightly move where I'm sitting because I was right in the sun. Came prepared with a hat today though. Right, let's see how Todd Matthews goes here. Oh, I will, Chrissy, don't worry. He's not happy about being on the live stream either, your old man. Especially because it's a game against Corey and Gary. They just lost their last game, I do know that, to Benny Hubber and Luke Alio. Went down on the last end, he was telling me at lunch. Oh, he's swanning out. Coming in on the forehand, trying to get to the jack or use Mark's bowl to come across and get the blue, but he's going to get that bowl of Todd Matthews there. So a reminder or just some notice if you're joining us for the first stream of this Moama Prestige pairs. 15 end game, walk-in pairs or 2-2, 2-2. Traditional pairs, whatever you want to call it. 8 games across 3 days, so 3 yesterday, 3 today, 2 tomorrow. It's a real terrific field here. Some great bowlers from all around the states in Australia. A couple of Kiwis in as well. We had them on the live stream yesterday. The Breen brothers, Bryan brothers. Green's full, 24 rigs in use, so 8 on here, 4 on the back synthetic, and 6 apiece on the 2 grass at Moama. You can see right up through the venue there. M.Armstrong. We can sit that bowl of Todd Matthews, the blue and dark blue one. He'll make 3. Instead, he's going to draw onto Swannies and make a very good 2 now. Doesn't change his shot for the next one. He's still trying to find that blue. M.Smith on his backhand. These are the black and white bowls. I think he'll just be looking to nudge his own in. I think it's on its running surface, so even the slightest touch, I'll walk that towards the jack. He's just gesturing, he might look at forehand here. Let's have a look what he does. Yeah, he's going the forehand. Just trying to arrive onto the pack of bowls. If you haven't watched any the stream games, it will probably be because that backhand can be a bit finicky. I really nail the weight on it. Whereas this hand holds a little bit more. Any walk here is good. Gets 1 walk, gets a bish, bash, bosh, and makes 2 there. I'm pretty confident. That's the back bowl of his partner's Todd Matthews, the blue one. And he's completely changed the setup of this end. You can see Swanee not confident what he's calling him on because they don't have anything behind the head. So if he does manage to crack the black and white bowl of M.Smith, the jack will come back, but you don't think any bowls of Marks or Swannies will follow him through. No change. Todd says we've got 2, but I can't see how we can get 3. So I think Mark just might draw to nothing out. Just try and work out what that backhand's doing, but I'm already going to chalk him up for 2 because I don't think he's going to go anywhere near the head. No, you can see how short he's bowled that. A bit chicken of that. Understandable. So they're off and running, Todd and Mark. 2-4 now. I'll get him out of the way, Rex, don't worry. He's just crept in on that last end. Not the biggest bloke either, so he didn't keep getting away. But he did. But I'll catch him as he walks up. So I'm going to be joined by Liam Fleming from the Moama Bowls Club. It's the COO here, and he's going to give us some dirt on Swanee. Liam, how's your afternoon going, mate?
Very well, Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. It's nice just to have some company in here. It's been pretty lonely the last couple of days. Cass done a terrific job this morning while she was also trying to umpire and serve food and serve drinks and serve all that stuff.
Cass is the one that keeps this show on the road.
I said that to her.
These 2 strugglers out here on the greens today, but Cass is the one who keeps it going.
So Swanee's the bowls chairman. What dirt have we got on him, mate?
I was just over speaking to his wife,
He's in trouble.
trying to find what I'm allowed to put on air and what I'm not. She gave me a little bit. We'll see how he goes over the next 10 or so minutes. See how he's bowling, and then we'll unleash.
He's already in trouble on the comments. He stood in front of the camera last end, so he's already copping it.
Come on, John.
I know. I said he's not the biggest bloke either. You don't think he'd get in the way, but he's going all right there. They're doing real well to be winning 4 from 4.
Yeah, no, he was wrapped yesterday speaking to him after play, and yeah, he started strong today by look as well.
Does he? What pennant side is he playing in? You know.
So last year we had the team in Bendigo, which he wasn't part of that, but he was playing Div 1.
Yeah, okay.
He had a sore shoulder last year, so it looks like he was in a bit of pain after every match last year, so he looks like he's in better nick at the moment.
No, good. There's M.Smith drawing in here. So busy week and weekend of bowls here. We had the women's pairs last week, had the VBL across the weekend, now the men's pairs. It just doesn't stop here, does it?
Yeah, and it's been a huge week, and look, the weather probably hasn't looked after us that well. Beautiful day today, but I think we got more rain going tonight, and our greenskeepers have done a ripping job to get the grass up and running, and it's running beautifully. One of our greenskeepers, Brad, had his first child very early Sunday morning. So poor old Luke's been up against it for the last few days with the weather, and also doing it all by himself.
Yeah, I saw him on when was it, Sunday evening or early evening, late afternoon. It was drizzling, and he was cutting the greens, getting them ready for yesterday.
Yeah, he did a good job. He's done a brilliant job.
So M.Smith is going to touch M.Armstrong's there. Sit it down, and it'll be a better one for him and Todd.
Have you enjoyed your week or so, mate?
It's been great. It was the VBL went off fantastically well. We got some very good feedback.
Yeah, nothing but praise. I've heard it's been.
Yeah.
All the players loved it, and look, if we could change the weather, we would have. But that's about the only downfall with it. I think it went off perfectly.
No, it was great. We got your Moama Steamers into the semi-final as well, so a bit of local support, which was good. Deer Park were probably the most consistent. Well, they were.
Yeah,
the most
they were
consistent,
good all
so
weekend, weren't they?
They didn't lose a game. Brighton lost one in the sectional, but came good. They probably had the strongest team on paper or close to it. But no, it was amazing. It's just, I was saying on the last stream, I've got about 4 million ideas in my head about what it looks like next. So I'll take some leave next week and jot them down, and we'll work through it in the next month or so. But
yeah, I think there'll be plenty of interest from people who probably saw it over the weekend and want to get part of it next year, I think, so, which is great.
That'd be good. So we'll see how we can grow it. And as always, we're open to suggestions and feedback. So most people have my number, so just give me a call and happy to chat. I just took some suggestions from Dane McKinnon in the lunch break there. He's just played in the Niner side, our pre-season competition in Metro, and had a few thoughts on that, which is always good to receive. It's all positive and all constructive. Todd's just under there.
Come on, Swanee, let's see what you can do, mate. Come on.
Big bowl needed by him. Nice plans and the venue at Moama going. I know you got your cafe just under construction.
Yeah, so we've got our builders are on site, sort of preparing to get going in the next month or so. So
Swanee.
Good effort, Swanee. Yeah, so by the time this time next year, we'll have a brand new cafe, an outdoor dining precinct, and a new supervised kids room, and and then we'll move on to the next stage and the stage after that.
Yeah. So that's going where the old bowls greens were, the cafe, yeah?
Correct. Where the old viewing platform was over the old bowling greens.
Yep.
That's where that'll be the kids room, treehouse we're calling it, and the outdoor dining precinct, and the cafe will sort of be in the old smoking area that was there.
Right. So there's absolutely no excuse not to come and play in these Moama tournament things. You can bring your whole family and they're entertained the whole day as well.
Correct, and hopefully in a few years' time you'll be able to stay on site as well, Jimmy. That's
I think the first time I came to Moama a couple of years before COVID, and you had the boards up saying hotel on the way and pictures of the resort pool and all that sort of stuff, and I took a photo and sent it back to my dad in England, and I was like, This is what the bowls clubs are like in Australia, and he just couldn't get his head around it.
Yeah, poor old COVID was a bit untimely, but yeah, it's probably put it back a couple of years. But we've got this project and one straight after that, and then the resort's the next cab off the rank after that.
Yeah,
so
fair.
hopefully in 3 years we'll start, 2 or 3 years, and we'll see how we go.
Now, you do a lot for bowls here at Moama. You host some amazing events. UBC you've got coming up in December. BPL you host once a year as well. Helps us with the inaugural VBL. So yeah, we can't run these events if it's not for these amazing venues. And I mean, I know for us at BV, but also I'm assuming at BA and the guys at UBC. And it's just the support you can offer. Oh, M.Smith. I'm pretty sure the jack's sitting in between the two black and white bowls. Yes, it is. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to put the events on and showcase the sport the way we do if it wasn't for the support that bowls clubs like Moama give us. You're obviously a major partner in our live streaming as well, which is a fantastic innovation and promotion of our sport of bowl. So yeah, we thank you for all your assistance in that.
It's all good. It's look, it's from our point of view, it's fantastic to be able to get everyone down here as well and try and show off our club. And I know our members love seeing visitors coming in and new faces, which is brilliant.
Green's full. Your members are in for even more of a treat this year. Got the GOAT playing pennant with him, Alex Marshall.
Yeah, so he'll arrive. He'll come down after BPL in Brisbane, and which would be great. Well, Alex spent a fair bit of time here last year, and obviously really enjoyed his time. So lucky enough to get a hold of him. It just worked really well. We had UBC on just before Christmas, and then BPL obviously in February. So it just worked well that he was going to be around the area. So
he's a great promoter of the sport as well. As M.Smith and Todd Matthews have absolutely peppered this jack. That's a great drive by M.Armstrong. He's took 2 of their balls out. I don't know how he hasn't moved the jack. So I think it would just be the one. Yep, just the one that Todd and Mark out. 4-3, so another close start on this one. Bendigo East represented again. We had him on yesterday. We had Aaron Tompkins and Darren Burgess. So some of the local Bendigo Campaspe Goldfields bowlers getting a run on the live stream, which is good to see.
Which is good.
We've got a cracker next to Nelson and Gary Balling. It's Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly. Looking forward to that.
I watched a bit of Gary and Corey before, and they're
ominous form.
They're in very ominous form.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the list, and Aaron Sheriff's playing with Sean Ingram, and Ryan Bester's playing with Cam Keenan, which is amazing for.
Yeah, Cam's had a massive couple of days, so he was a late call up for this, and he's lucky enough to play with Ryan Bester, but Cam's bowled brilliantly yesterday, and he was awesome on the weekend as well.
Yeah.
He got us into. He played one absolute gem on the Saturday that got us into the finals.
Yeah, for the VBL. He's a real prodigious talent. He's Cam Keenan. I know, talking to Ian Yu in our state selector, he's fully on his radar, and he playing with people like Ryan Bester for 3 days is only going to do his game good.
I think Ryan's still waiting for his luggage to arrive.
You're joking?
Yeah, it still hasn't arrived yet. It got lost in transit.
Wow.
So it's somewhere on the eastern seaboard. We're not quite sure where. So he's had to borrow Kevin's bowls. He's wearing Kevin's socks.
Poor guy.
Yeah, hopefully he's had a shower and washed his clothes. I don't know, but
it's hilarious. Yeah, because we lost Nick Cahill as well, didn't we? His flight got cancelled on the way down.
Yeah, I think his flight got cancelled 20 minutes before takeoff, I think is the story, on Sunday night, so unfortunate.
All right, so Swanee's holding shot here, looking to draw his second in before they walk down. How about you? You throw some bowls down now and again, Liam?
Very poorly, but yeah, so Stuart White and I have we have a running battle every Friday night. We've the loser wears the prestigious, or the unprestigious, if that's a word, brown jacket for the night. So I do play on a Friday night. I played in the club's triples last weekend and got a bit of a lesson from a few of our members, which was nice of them. But yeah, I need a bit of work.
Oh, don't we all? I tell you what, you're a good bowler from up here in the commentary booth, though. That's what I always find. So you can commentate it well from out. That's 2 good bowls by Swanee. See your partner, Lauren. She hasn't jobbed you yet, but she's jumped in.
Is she?
Yeah.
I was going to try and time it so she'd be back at lunch, so she couldn't sledge me, but
she hasn't sledged you yet, but it'll be coming.
Yeah, it will be there.
She nearly got took out by one of Kevy's drives the other day in the live stream.
She did. That would have made for an interesting Monday if Kevin had got a little bit closer with that drive. I told him he was on ashtray duties for a week if it got any closer.
Good second shot from M.Smith. He's been pretty consistent so far. So M.Armstrong. Just a bit wide here. They don't turn till late on this hand, and we had Cass on the stream last game, and she said it's a real hand where you've got to nail the weight, otherwise it will hang a bit. I think I'm tagging him with Stewie at some point. He's supposed to be giving me a game, but...
Is he?
Yeah, it's what he said on Sunday, but he hasn't come and reaffirmed that with me.
I heard a bit of a whisper he dropped an 8 on the last match, so maybe that substitution's come a little bit late.
Yeah, he was bottom of the pile as of round 3, so I don't know if he's improved.
Actually, I watched him yesterday afternoon. He bowled a couple of crackers. They got very stiff. They got nutted last bowl of the day yesterday, and yeah, so they're a bit unlucky. I think Rocket had about 10 minutes notice to come and play as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was a bit unlucky yesterday, I've got to say.
All right, so Swanee's still holding 1. Red in front of the jack. See what Todd can do. Still full jacket on Todd. It's not that cold. I mean, I'm sitting right in the sun and I'm warm.
Oh, it's beautiful out here at the moment. I think we've got 6 or 8 hours to enjoy the sunshine, though. I think's the story. It's going to get a bit damp tonight.
Yeah, right.
For something different.
Yeah. Yeah, he chips him out. So the shot now for the Bendigo East pairing of Todd and Mark is to try and make a connection on Mark's black and white bowl next to the red bowl of Swanee's, and it will clip the red out the head, and they'll be left with shot. So Swanee needs to give it a friend, get inside that orange bowl of his partner's marks, but he's just overcooked this one ever so slightly. That's what Mark confirms, pretty much what I called that he's just trying to make a touch on his one. So what is next here at Moama? Is the UBC the next big event?
Yeah, so UBC December, and then on to BPL in February, last week of February BPL. So busy couple of months, and then obviously Pennant's not too far away from firing up.
Yep.
We're in team in Bendigo again, as well as a few divisions locally. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, UBC will be good. You got the whole week, the Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it's a super week again. So three tournaments in one. Just to that'll be the last one to catch up from the COVID years.
Yeah.
So.
And you put it in 2 sides, Moama.
We got two sides. So draft tomorrow night actually.
Oh, sweet.
So that'll be live streamed, but. Yeah, we've got 2 teams. We've got Alex Marshall and Ryan Burnett in one of the teams, and Ryan Bester and Kevin Anderson in the other. And then we'll go to the draft for the third player in both sides.
He's got to roll back here, Mark. I don't think it's going to get the shot, but it's another second for him. He's just trying to make connection on that front black and white ball. Yeah, the draft's good fun. What do you have to do? Live or?
So,
Dial in.
yeah, so Kevin, I believe I've sort of been out of it a little bit, but Kevin has listed the players he's looking to draft for each side. So he was obviously on the phone with Alex and Burno for their team, and Bester and Kev were finalising who they thought in theirs. And I think Case just has the list of our top few picks, and just if they're available, he'll take that one. That's certainly how it worked last year. Nearly.
So close. All right, he'll try and draw to that back black and white one now. Yeah, where Swanee's indicating. Yeah, it's a good concept, that draft. It's good fun to watch, and you get the I can't remember what they call it, but the randomers team. I'm just going to call it where they win their way in, or
the wild card.
Yeah, wild card. That's it. That's way better than the randomers. It's good. Just the one, I think. Yeah, one of Swanee and Mark. So 5-3 now after 4.
Yeah, I was very lucky. I was at the first ever draft up at Broadbeach, and that was a really good night.
Yeah, you could see from the footage. I remember watching that actually, because that was pre-COVID as well, weren't it?
Yeah,
So
it was.
No one's weird about anything up there. It looked like it was. I mean, a couple of beers had by a few that night.
A couple of beers, and I just know that Tweedhead's had a team in, and Jared Robinson, their CEO, really wanted Wayne Turley. And Dandenong came and pinched him a pick before them. So that was fantastic.
Spewing. But he's actually gone on to keep representing that Dandenong club side.
Yeah, I see he was in the list of players available for the draft this year. So, I think he'd be a pretty popular pick.
Yeah, fair start by Swanee. Give it a fair stalk as well. It's funny, I was saying on the last stream about Kevy, but Swanee being in the same boat. I work with them so often at events that we hold here, and they do an amazing job and help out. I forget they can bowl.
Yeah,
I forget they do bowl. I just think they're workers here, sort of thing. And he's given a good account of himself so far.
He's bowling really well. Yeah, you're right about his work ethic. He's down here. He's raking the ditches. He was. I was here a couple of weekends ago, and he was emptying the bins out and things like that. So he works really, really hard. Has a bit of fun at the same time. But yeah, and he's a pretty handy bowler.
Gonna want the insider Todd Matthews here, and to hurry a bit.
Get there.
Just keeping up.
So you're gonna have a roll? Is that the plan?
That's the plan. I don't know if Stewie's still in with that plan. I have to borrow some steamers gear and some bowls without nothing with me, but I'm hoping for a game. Considering I was due to play in this with, as Todd Matthews puts a ripper in there. Yeah, I was due to play in this with Matty Alol from Melbourne, my teammate, but and JT was going to commentate. JT had a Jackaroos camp booked in after we locked it all in, so he couldn't commentate, which meant I had to pull out. And then Kevy filled the remaining spots. JT's camp got cancelled. I said it's all good, I'll stay up here. Now JT's playing in the Murray Downs tournament today and tomorrow, so it's gone full circle. And as usual, it's me left. Sitting there with no bowls in my hands.
Doing a ripping job on the mic though, mate.
I do enjoy it. Someone said to me earlier, how's your voice? I said, well, if you know me anyway, I'm usually talking all day, every day anyway, so it's no real difference if someone's just got a microphone next to me. I don't know about that, Lauren. I've done no exercise in the 5 days I've been up here, so battling. I actually got up this morning and went, I should probably go for a run, and then just got caught doing work for an hour.
I don't think Tony Sherwell's listening, so you don't have to lie.
I just texted him earlier, actually. He's a tragic tone. He's on leave, but you can almost guarantee he'll be floating in and out of these streams. Yeah, busy time at the Bolswick office. Getting ready for pennant. He just had the VBL. Got Doug Kneebone, the under-18 tournament at Club Sunbury this Friday. You guys are sending a team down for that.
Yeah, we've got some going down, yep.
And then we've got the Vic Open entries closing in 10 days' time, a week Friday. And we're at about 1720. I looked last night, which means we're about 280 short of 2,000, which is what Barb Gilbert.
That's the magic number for Barb.
So if she does manage to get it this year, it's pretty obvious that I was the difference. So the first year I ran the Vic Open, we got to 2,000.
I think Barb would shoot me if I agreed with you, so I'll just I won't say anything.
That's all I'm going to say at every speech I give during that weekend. Barb's done a great job. She just needed me to come in and tip it over the line. Now it should be good. We're almost ready to go on that. Just clubs are all ready and working. Just got some umpires to lock in and then do the draw once the entries close in the next couple of weeks after. Then the minute you do the draw, about 5 minutes later it changes. So.
Yeah.
So if you've got your opening for the Vic entry, jump onto the Bowls Vic website or the Vic Open website, which is just vicopen.com.au, and you'll be able to get your entry in. So one Todd and Mark out. Pretty nip and tuck game. You should have a game in the Vic Open.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just, I've put out an offer to Alex Marshall to see if he needs a partner, but
haven't heard back.
Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, maybe he missed that email. Not sure.
Right, Swanee. Don't think he's too far away here. He's got the speed. Just starting to turn early. Close your eyes now, though. No, it doesn't catch the inside edge. His weight was good for what he was trying to do. Get under that black and white bowl of marks and back to the two-shot bowls or jack. Just under on his line. It's a good bowl for Todd Matthews here, but just to play into Mark Smith and sit down next to it, and it will force M.Armstrong to go big and strong. How does Swanee know Mark? Do you know? Mates from I think he said to me mates from back at Sunbury days.
Sunbury days, I think. Yeah. Look, Swanee knows everyone.
He does. He does. He's one of them type of guys.
And if he doesn't, it's usually half a beer later. He knows them very, very well. He's a very personable man. Our John.
Yeah, he built his house just literally at the end of the car park, the driveway down here at Moama, didn't he? So
he is, yep.
As close as you can get.
Yeah, he's a fixture here these days. He's probably a 30-second walk away from the club, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Or
it's good for you.
Great for us.
Some free labour out of him. Right. Mark looks like he's got a little bit more line than what Swanee had. I just don't know if his pace is going to hold him up. Yeah. Needs to be firmer there. He certainly is a crowd favourite. Swanee. Mark Smith's another one who's a favourite. Just bowling the bowl here. He used to do the, I can't remember the name of the show they had in Bendigo, but he used to do the bowl show in Bendigo for a while. He sort of led the streaming, he's a handy commentator actually. Led the streaming in Bendigo. He's covered a few grand finals down there and stuff. Does a good job. Nice bloke. Oh, it needs to be firmer, Mark. There you go. He's definitely wider. He's in with a chance here. Jack back to him and Swanee's his great. What a bowl by Mark. That's a huge bowl. Made 4 there. Terrific bowl. Sort of looked it all the way. He looked close. It's a bomb. Mark Smith's going to have to come and have a look at this. He's got room to draw, but it's a tough shot. They haven't played many bowls out here, these guys. Wide of the head. Too many jack movements out this far. Just absolutely drained it. Terrific bowl. Time for the rest of the day for you, Liam. Just meetings or?
Yeah, no, I'll head back shortly, and then try and sneak back here and watch a bit of the last half hour or so of this session. Beautiful day. It's pretty hard to sit in your office on a day like today when you've got this going on.
Where is your office?
I'm upstairs in the main club. I'm upstairs there, so.
Oh, big bowl by Mark. He's probably 4 down. I didn't think he'd come this way. I think this is the harder shot. But I'll probably come forehand at this.
Through?
He needs to find the gap. Todd gets in the way. I heard a noise, so I'm presuming he's cracked off a bowl, but he moved forward. Work out how many this is, try and see the boys. I think he's definitely cut a couple out. Surely he has a good shot with that. I mean, the camera angles can be deceiving. I'm confident it's 2 to the orange bowls there, but just taking a measure on it. Yeah, it is 2. He cut a couple back then. Did M.Smith. 7-3 to the undefeated team of J.Worledge and M.Armstrong. So how many bowls members do you have here? Do you know?
230, I think it is, around that mark. We've just had our renewal period, so
yeah, a few up and down.
We usually have a couple of members who will sign back up after coming back down from warmer weather up in Queensland.
Smart people.
Although it's pretty damp up there this year, so I think a lot have come home a bit earlier.
And you do a lot with the other clubs around the region as well, don't you? Sponsors at quite a few clubs. And
yeah, no, we do. We do. So yeah, there's quite a few local tournaments and things like that we help out a little bit.
Good lead bowl by Swanee again. That's what it's good to see from an outsider looking in, is the support you give to all levels of bowls, right from the very grassroots through to the elite. And sort of mentioned to Cass the opportunities for the youngsters that bringing in. You've got Cam Keane and Olivia Cartwright this year, Jacob Brighton as well.
Yeah, Jacob's out here having a roll. He bowled really well yesterday too.
So they get the chance to play with people like Big Kev and Cass herself and Alex Marshall.
Stewie does a great job with the juniors as well. He every Monday he's running junior clinics and things like that, so he does a really good job. And yeah, obviously having Taddy arrive, he was in town last year and was taking the juniors, and he's brilliant like that. So, and then yeah, Cass and Kev obviously some pretty good role models.
Yeah, it's great. It's just nurturing that next set of talent for Victoria and for Australia. Just waiting on Kev to become naturalised and we can start using him in the Big V.
He keeps talking about it, but...
Is he waiting on it or has he done it?
I'm actually not sure. If it comes down to accent, he's in strife.
Yeah, he's battling.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what that is. I think that is the intention. Be pretty handy acquisition for the Victorian team.
Just doesn't strike me as anyone who does anything in a hurry, Kev.
I've got to say the singles match he played on Friday night was that was unbelievable.
So he played Thor Shannon from the Brighton Blue Devils, but then we saw him on the stream Saturday night and Sunday morning, so against Maddie Allow on the Saturday night, and Nathan Bush on the Sunday morning. If you didn't catch any of the VBL action and you got a bit of time tonight or whenever, go back and watch some of them singles games. They were all the live stream ones were terrific. The two on the Sunday were the standouts for me because him and Nathan Bush in the morning was just a game of aggression, some huge shots being played. Kevy was holding 3, Nathan Bush drove, took all 3 of Kevy's off the green and ended it with 4. But then Nathan Bush's game against Thor Shannon in the grand final was just a singles game of attrition. They're just trying to outdraw each other all day long. And completely polar opposite game, but a similar result in terms of how fun it was to watch.
Yeah, we were blessed all weekend, really, weren't we? Some brilliant bowls.
Yep. As there has been in this and was in the women's pairs before. We caught the Kelsey Cottrell and Chloe Stewart game against Julie Keegan and Cass Miller. That was a ripper, and had a couple of local Victorians in Trish Dolan and Taylor Murren on against Perry and Ray Simpson from Tassie in the game before. So we've had some great games. You take off when you need to, mate. I can see your phone blowing up. What you want to do, what I do, you want to leave it on another table face down and you don't see it blow up.
Yeah, then it comes up on my watch.
Yeah, so I've turned my watch off today because it was, I think we're doing some internal work in the office on one of our systems and I get a notification every time and it went off about 100 times. Yeah, they're good and bad, these smartwatches, isn't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm grateful for it and then other times I just want to scream at it.
I actually switch my notifications off on weekends, just...
I've actually muted notifications on most apps on my phone. I don't get any of my messenger apps or until I'm ready to check them because you're just too connected sometimes, huh? Oh, what's Swanee got here? He's a couple down, 3 down even. Bit narrow here unless he's got full weight. It's close. Oh, cracks one out. I'll just cut that down to 2 now. Todd Matthews with his shades on. There's no sun under here yet, but we do get it about 4 o'clock. You always get that big beam of sun coming at the front of the green where we are now, where the head is. Changes the green slightly. Just make a slight adjustment. He's going to go pretty close. That's better out the hand for me. Very similar bowl actually. 2 ripping efforts. Todd going to want to try and get there first for him and Mark. Get to the jack. I don't know who Swanee and Mark play next. We
I
are
did
to
have a
find
look
out
this
though.
morning.
Where are we? Here we are. So they play Team 30 next. Oof, just an easy game. It's Benny Twist and Dave Ferguson. And then they play Alan Dove. He's another local, well, he's just moved up to the Shepparton region, legend of the game. Alan Dove and John Hallam. And then another team on chasing at the top end, Dave Dawes and Mark Ryan. So tough games to come for Mark and Swanee.
Not too many easy games.
Not at this, not in this comp.
This couple of days at all.
They put together they always have a good field up here. Funny, Kevy asked him to send me the spreadsheet, the results. He sent me last year's and the year before's. So I was looking for the teams in there, and there's some great teams. Can he flop back in, Mark. You see Todd willing it. So probably 2, maybe 3 here. So we're almost at the hour mark in this game. 2.5 hour time limit. There's nothing happening there. So Mark Smith with an opportunity to add another and close this gap. Probably 2, measure for 3. Trying to make it 3 or 4. He hurry. Not going to. 2, 1, 2. Just the 2.
Just the 2. I better sneak off, mate.
Yeah,
but
sounds good.
Before I do go, thank you for your work you've done the last week or so here.
Anytime.
And I should say thanks to Mel as well for all the hard work she did getting everything sorted for VBL. She did a very good job in a very short space of time. So
yeah, she did.
It was brilliant.
She sets up all this streaming graphics and stuff, her and Josh in the office. So now they do a power work. Now, thanks for having us, mate. We appreciate all your support and what you do for bowls, not just in Victoria, but all across the country. So thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you.
Good. Apologies, need to grab some water as Liam walked off then. There you go, Tony playing bowls in Fiji. I've heard the greens are pretty slow there, I think, but I can't imagine they have the biggest resource to be able to make them amazing. So it's terrific to see that many teams going over there. I do see people in the shirts from the tournament that they've played there. All right, so let's see where Mark wants Todd to bowl. Great effort from Swanee with his last. Sort of all surrounding the jack, but no one really jumping on it. Oh, now with a draw next to it. Todd will chip his own in, that'll work. It's a big yep from his skip Mark. Right, Swanee probably only needs to take a smidge out. Just needs to rip now with this bowl and hurry. Oh, goes close. Goes very close. See Mark's saying there's still one down. We are one down. Mark pulling up short. Yeah, any touch on his own or inside's good. That'll get him shot there. Well done. Good ball by Mark. This one might hang out, I think. Oh no, in he comes. Just finding the gap of everything. Swanee and Mark holding one, I think, here. They might be trying to work out who's got second and third. Swanee saying draw in. I think that blue on the right of screen as we look might be holding them out of a few, so I don't know if it's worth going for that, but it seems I'll just take the more traditional route of just trying to draw another in inside the orange to the left of the screen. Just needs to settle a bit. He goes very close. Just moves the jack slightly. See if it's one or two. Bowl by Mark. It is two. Swanee confirms. So it'll be 9-5. The guys who are undefeated so far. Yeah, they did win their last game, Alan, right on the last end. Won by 1 or 2, Swanee and Mark. So they're still undefeated, 4 from 4. I don't have any results from the rest of that round yet. I only know that one because I happened to talk to them before we started this, and they were next door as well in the last game. I'll try and get Cass to give me a print out of the results. She's currently serving food, so as soon as I get her attention and she's not as busy, I'll try and get some scores from the last games for you. Swanee's good again here. Very good. Get some support from the local crowd as well. Chairman of the bowl section here. Great reply from Todd. He went close to disturbing Swanee's bowl on the jack, so Swanee want to make sure he's got one behind here. So he's just going to draw another. Here bowls by Swanee. Yeah, Cass is phenomenal, Alan. Mentioned earlier, she's umpiring, serving, commentating, taking orders from me to get a sheet to get the draws. Right, 2 bowls behind from Todd, so probably overcooked the second one more than he wanted to. But 2 bowls in the game, because the only way they're going to get anything out of this end is by disturbing the bowl of Swanee's that sits on the jack.
Can we stop it? Can we stop it? Why John's playing?
Oh, Mark, if he can hurry, he's going to go right in the middle of the 2 bowls of Swanee's. And they'll be holding a pretty good 3 with not much of a target. So a fair bit of work to do for Mark Smith and Todd Matthews here. Another one in here from Mark. Doesn't want to hit it too hard. Oh, it doesn't really create more of a target. It's 4 sensational bowls by this undefeated pair in this tournament. Made it only one bowl wider. Mark needs to disturb something here. Get a close bowl. His weight was pretty good on his first. He's corrected his line, but just overcooks it. Oh, Swanee adds another. The jack can now be seen, though. Is he going to regret doing that? Probably almost went too close. He probably should have been looking for some coverage at the back. Target's not that much bigger, but you can see the jack now, and sometimes that mental image of the shot you can play is key in playing it. Todd, can he hold on here? Can he hold on? Oh, just going under. Oh, he hides the jack now. Todd, I think he's got a very similar bowl to his last. He does, but it's one in their head. The first real one that's cutting any bowls out for Swanee and Mark. So it's probably 4 now. I think the 3 in front of the blue plus the one at the back count. Just to see if he tries to play that last bowl out of Todd's, but he's lining up forehand, so that's not what he's trying to do. Probably going for some coverage, which is why he's getting a clap from Swan. He's probably overplayed it slightly, but anything back there is better than what they had. Okay, so some aggression from M.Smith. He's gone for it. Oh, through the gap. Wow. See on the replay. Sort of was always under, but to find the gap and not take anything out was pretty cruel. changing for Mark's bowl there. That's what Mark Smith can do. Narrowly missing with his drive last bowl. It's better. Oh, Jack goes back. But Mark Armstrong had put that one back there earlier. I reckon that might be one to him. He cut a few out, did Mark Smith. Still one down. It was better than he was looking at one stage. They were behind from the first bowl of that end. Five after 7. Mark holding again at the changeover after the first 2 lead bowls. There you go. It's behind to Mark Armstrong. Fair effort from Mark Smith here. What a bowl. What a bowl. Played it exactly how he needed to play it. Gets to the jack. It's Todd Matthews, his partner's blue ball. And he's dragged that jack to. Hold 2. Spun this head around. Forehand sort of searching bowl is required, but it's not what Mark's got. It's a bit narrow, a bit short. Mark's gone on a wider line than what the other Mark went for. Had that last game. No, we've had it one game this week. We've had 2 skips of the same name. Brad Marin and Brad War. That was who it was. Great effort there, but just under. So we talk about needing to change the head before they do. That's what Todd will be trying to do. Not with that ball. Mark's close. This one is in the way. He's got to sit the back. Yeah, he does. Rolls back in and probably grabs the shot there. Going for this ball of Todd's. He's close. Gets off that and gets it out. And one to him cracking bowl. Mark, I'll come and have a look at this. A fair stalk, work out what he can do. Mark with an absolute ripper, but he kicks the jack over to Swanee's boss. I could see him, shoulders sunk there, and that'll be a 3, the mark, and Swanee. He was stiff there. Running away with this one now, 13-5. A good start by the leads out. Swanee trying to improve. Just less than an hour to go in this one. 6 ends to play. Just have a little mid-rink conference, did Todd and Mark. I don't think they've done a lot wrong. He was exceptionally stiff on that last end. The end before, he sort of was 3 or 4 down and took it back to 1 down. They just would have been slightly less consistent than Swanee and Mark. throw people with that camera in the middle, Brad. They all think they're in the way. Mark trying to run that out, just not with the legs. So this is an opportunity. It's these sort of opportunities that Mark and Todd need to take to get back into this game. See, 8 down, 6 ends left, 5 after this one. Gonna have to start winning a few ends in a row. So these are the opportunities where they leave the jack open and not surrounded, and he's chipped it to Todd's ball, so they'll hold one. That's good. They have all the balls behind the jack as well. I don't know, John, to be honest. I don't know if he was extra long, but what I will tell you is one of our viewers are exceptionally knowledgeable. Someone will know if M.Smith was extra long west. I keep kicking the middle camera, so Brad's just getting up to fix it accidentally. I reckon they're holding one, the boys from Bendigo East. This one will probably come forehand to try and roll his own there. There you go, thanks Lance. I knew someone would know. Michael Smith, he reckons. So you're thinking of John Walker. Another hotbed of bowls, Geelong, just like Bendigo, where these Bendigo East boys are from. Regional hub of bowls. And a million miles away, Swanee, looking to turn his own over. Todd's close here. Just tips his own up. I don't think he changes anything. Yeah, M.Armstrong says this one, that doesn't change his shot at all. Just still trying to get to it. Might even make it slightly easier. Gives him 2 options there. He can roll his own or sit that bowl. And he's depends on his weight here. Just doesn't have the same weight he had on his last one. Caused too much damage though. Just needs that ball up and down. Todd just going at the back. Good weight on that effort from Mark. Just It was the other side of that front orange ball, so it's a bit wide. Mark overcooking this one. Oh, Mark's close here. He's having a run after it. Seen him chase many. Can he get to that back ball? Gets the walk in, he does. Makes the shot. Terrific ball. They'd had enough attempts at it. Mark and Todd haven't been able to change the head. And they give him one too many attempts. Even with that slight feather off Swanee's front bowl, he's still got to the blue. He's pretty happy with his work there. Mark's going to do anything there. Just the one, I think. $14-5 then, 9 shots in front, 5 to play. Getting close to getting home. Yeah, better by Todd. It's probably what they haven't done enough of, him and Mark, is when they've had an opportunity to get a shot in early, he's get it in. But he does this time, so good stuff. Yeah, I want to work with Mark there. Just turn to mark out there. Well done by M.Armstrong. He drew it clean off.
Hey? I know, fucking joke.
M.Smith with a reply there. Sorry, I wasn't stuck in a cast as she walked past. But top ball. Plays in Todd. Sits him up and down a few times, and they now hold the shot. That's sort of what's been missing from their game in this round 5. Oh, Swanee. Almost finds it in a roundabout way. Shrugs his shoulders and says sorry. Swanee trying to make someone up and out. A bit more. Starting to turn now. That'll be M.Smith. He'll bring forward as well. Holding one. Todd and Mark. So work to do this time for M.Armstrong. How's he gone? They've won 4 runs in a row. Want to keep that run going. For them at 14-5 up, if they do drop just ones, they'll be completely fine and we'll win this game. He's close. Doesn't want to sit that up though. Ooh. Still just answers Swanee. I don't think the forehand's the right shot here, to be honest. be looking at that last bowl of Mark's. I think if he hits that, the orange will play the red through the other to the shot bowl, but they see it different. Phew. Nearly got it in a roundabout way anyway. (14-6). 4 to play. Todd not improving on his first, so big opportunity for Swanee to double up here. Heap the pressure on. She does. So Mark and Todd, bit of a mountain to climb out, couple down and on the end, and 8 down on the scoreboard. Smith can't change anything, so more opportunities for M.Armstrong. It's the hurry. He just creeps in. Good effort. I'll grab second shot. That's what he says to Mark. Just for another foot or so. He just about would have added it, but crashes his own. That'll be our first dead end of the game, I think. I think he's out of bounds there. No, he's not. Try and get the camera to that, sort of right out on the edge. I thought it had gone out at first glance, but right out in the open now. Swanee's asking a stack of questions. We'll can see it out there. So plenty of room to draw, but coming inside out, you can't really go outside on this one. You'll be touching the ditch if you do. And nothing happening there for Swanee makes it difficult. Sorry, scratching my head as he absolutely drags the jack into the ditch. This Todd Matthews, and guarantees that they'll win this end almost because his touch is sat right in front of the jack. So Swanee just needing to try and get a close one. Toucher in the ditch, Todd. One sitting just above the jack, you can see with a red circle on top of the green. So they're holding a couple. Just need to try and make this stick. M.Smith, third in. Into Swanee's, still 3 for Mark and Todd. These are the sort of numbers they need to pick up. Try and get back into this game. Needs a clear road here. Can I just get in, I think. He'll win that measure against the red. That'll be 4. This M.Armstrong can hurry a bit here. Cuts a couple out. I think that'll just be the 2. Just the 1. Even outdrew the one in the ditch. It's a great cutback from M.Armstrong there. 3 ends left to play. 14-7.
Hogue in the sack.
Sorry, I just nipped to get some water then. Looks like just a few cracking bowls. 2 to Swanee and Mark currently, but this could all change pretty quickly. Bosh. Still 2, just a different 2. Great end developing here. 3 ends left to go, and there is 26 minutes left to play. By Mark. Another 3 or 4 bowls further down the green, he'd been perfect, but it's okay out there. You feel they'll probably come at it backhand, Todd and Mark, because they've got that one black and white one that Mark Smith's behind. Yeah, great shot by Todd, grabs the shot. Oh, great effort by Swanee. Right, Mark Armstrong. Jack's good for him if he goes with it. Inside of Swanee's is good as well. And that's what he's going to get. Flip. It's hard on the camera angle we sit to see if they are holding shot or not there. Smith's close, needs to some turning here. Oh, drifts past. I think the 7-4 up guy, the next door, obviously you can see him. 7-4 one way, but I think they're up, judging by the reactions I've seen from him and Mark Ryan. So, could be wrong, but I think the 7-4 up after 9. And a measure out, it's close. I sort of, whenever there's bowls like this where one's further down the green close to the jack, the other's wrangled in, it's real hard on my screen to tell who's got shot. So we'll wait and see what this measure comes out with. 2. Wow, I did not see it as 2. Fair effort. 2 to Swanee and Mark. I'm going to call it now. I think that's going to wrap the game up for them. 2 ends to play. 9 in front. $20 minutes to go. Get in the time limit here. I would expect. Yeah, they did, John. Last end, they won their game this morning, so they'll be rolling in around 6-5 undefeated. I'll in the 15-minute break between games, I'm going to go and try and get the print out of the scores and stuff. I'm relying on Kevy and his crew. I'll go hustle them. Todd just misses the jack. Well done, Mark. Draws a shot. Needed that.
Come, Todd. Don't kick down.
Right, Swanee trying to get near the jack. Nudge it back to Marks. I mean, the margin's important in this comp. So any shots you can pick up, it's real good. Now Swanee's close. He just draws it clean. Right, ball rolls back on the jack as well for a back toucher. And Swanee and Mark Armstrong. We've got the big test next. Got Benny Twist and Dave Ferguson up next. And our live stream will be the Balls, Nelson and Gary against Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly. So that'll be a cracker. Drop summit. Oh, Todd Matthews playing with some intent here, and he's going to go pretty close. Going to go very close. That's Mark's bowl. That was the worst result he could have got. He's now 3 down. So to not disturb the jack and take his own out the head, he's incredibly unlucky there. He couldn't have got a worse result. I heard Mark Smith just go, wow. Mark just going for some cover. Mark Smith has 2 opportunities here to try and make something happen. Imagine he'll play a similar shot to Todd, trying to rake through the head, change something up. That's what he does. Probably gives him more purpose. Oh, he's just going to miss wide. Wry smile on Todd's face as he gets to pick his bowl up. Give away how he feels. They're certainly out their colours, the PL, but whacks that out of bounds, so we'll replay that one. Sorry, I was trying to answer a question from someone, so we'll replay this end. M.Smith whacks it. Yeah, 11 minutes. 10 and a half to go before the timer's up. Start by Swanee. Todd Matthews drawing in there. Some Bendigo East boys. Tonks and Darren Matthews standing on the side. You would find the draw and the results on the Greens at Moama Facebook page. I don't think Kev's posted up the results of today's rounds as of yet, but in between the break between this game and the next one, I'm going to try and get a print out for you of them, and I'll be able to answer all your questions if you want to check up on anyone. Todd Matthews doubles up. The peanut gallery on the side, giving him some words of encouragement. Just brings forwards Todd's ball there, so holding 3, Todd and M.Smith. It's a bit of a nuisance value ball there from Mark. I think forehand through Swanee's red is the shot to play. If you were Mark and Swanee. wide on that one. That's what he's trying, I think, through the red of his own. But it's a good home, though. Gives him another option at the back. That's probably what Todd's trying to cover at the back. It's a applause from his skip, Mark. Swanee will have another crack at pushing his own through the head. It's wide again on this one. Oh no, he's not. It's turned in a stack. Oh, he's close. Can he get under that now? Oh, nearly drove bomb. Just didn't. Just felt wide. But obviously the weight was a lot better on that one. It brought it back in. Todd trying to add. It's a good grouping of 3 bowls for him. He went for cover with his other one, so pretty good end. Five minutes left in this one, just under now 4. Just wonder what Mark's going to do here. A jam-packed head now. Someone needs to get that red ball of Swannies. It's in line, on the line, in front of the jack through, I think, but can't. Double plants on, but that's about it. Which is obviously a low percentage shot. Some late turn here would be good. Going to get it. I think it's 3 to Todd and Mark, so they'll give themselves a chance going into the last end if they're quick enough to get the jack down in the next 2 minutes. So that'll be 1 out, 2 out, 3 out, looking for a 4th. Put a measure on it, they better be quick. Three, just Todd on Mark. That means there'll be 6 down going in the last end. Needing a miracle. Got about 1 minute and 15 to spare and he gets the jack down. If it does kill, that'll be it after the buzzer.
Want a drink or anything? I think there's been 10 people going to kill him. He's been horrendous to play for us now. It's ridiculous.
There's a time limit. And they'll get the chance to complete this end. So just defending 6, Swanee and Mark. Should be okay, but this is lawn bowls, you never know. Opportunity, Mark can get there on the forehand, drag the jack back. Hold a good 3. That's what he was trying for. He's had another in the count though, so going pretty good. But Mark throws a bit of dampener on that fire. And should win the game for him and Swanee now. Don't think with a bowl like that they'll be able to pick up a number that they require.
Throw on the walk. Yeah.
Well, there is you can make a connection on something here. Todd and M.Smith, they can possibly pick a number up, but Swanee adds to the count for him and M.Armstrong. It's a reminder of about a 15-minute break, and we'll be straight back with Nelson and Gary Ball against Corey Wedlock and Gary Kelly. It should be a cracker to finish the day off today. Join us for that. Todd goes searching here. He's going to need to make a connection. if they want to win, which he doesn't. Trying to work out where he makes the number is what Mark's trying to do. Down the line. He's got one out the back. Off screen of Todd, so there is one of Swanee's back there as well. Can't quite see how he's going to make a 6 or a 7. Bit of hit and hope. Nothing happening. Mark Armstrong just trying to work out if it can go wrong for him. I don't think it can though.
How come you're sitting in the sun?
Pushes another one of Swanee's forward. Every shot will be good for them as they chase the overall win. They'll be 5 from 5 after this game. Yeah, nothing happening for Mark there. So I think the 3 down here, looking for a 4th. The last bowl of this game. And reminder, we'll be back in about 15-20 minutes to join us for the Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly, and the Nelson and Gary Ball game. So shake hands, and I'll see if he draws his 4th in. Finish on a high for Swanee and Mark Armstrong. Got Benny Twist and Dave Ferguson next. He does. Great bowl. Makes the 4th. So big game if they want to win the overall. So we'll see you back in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thanks for joining in.